Good morning, Center High School. Welcome to Cougar Connection. I'm Armani.
And I'm Daniela.
Today on Cougar Connection, we'll be talking to our brand new vice principal to see how he is fitting in with Center High.
We will also be checking up on our old vice principal to see how he's doing with his new job.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Starting August 30th, there will be a dance club ran by Miss Edgar every Tuesday and Thursday from 2:45 to 4. If you have any questions about dance club, please contact Miss Edgar in the dance room. Dance club is open to everyone, so if you love dancing, we hope to see you there.
This year, we have many new staff members. One position that has been switched is the role of assistant principal.
Mr. Steve Jackson was asked to become our new vice principal at Center High School the day before school started. Mr. Jackson was in a little shock, but made a quick transition.
You know, it wasn't an issue, but at first it was shock. I was like, oh, really? Because I didn't realize that there were changes going on at the high school. I said, could I have a little time to think about it? May I sleep on it overnight? And they said, well, not really. You have till 3 o'clock. So that kind of made the wheels go in motion a little quicker. I touched base with my wife. She's a teacher at North Country. Touched base with our daughter, Julia, who's in sophomore here. And it was a little tricky for her. Came over and talked with Mr. Jordan and then made the decision and said, yep, sounds like a good plan. Here I am.
Mr. Jackson is handling the changes between being the vice principal at Wilson C. Rowell's and vice principal at Center High School since he's been a school administrator for many years.
The biggest pieces of the change are just I was so comfortable with the routines and how everything worked over there, and now what's involved in the job, working with students, working with kids, working with parents, I understand how to do that, but there's just different routines and different locations where things are and which key goes to which door and all those kinds of things. I mean, they're minor little things, but those are the changes. But I'm also looking forward to some of the exciting stuff that goes on around here. I know that having our daughter here as a sophomore and our son who graduated last year, I know there's all kinds of wonderful stuff that goes on at Center High School, and we've been a part of it for the last 4 years, and I'm excited to continue being part of it in a little closer relationship now, so it's good stuff.
Mr. Jackson has many plans and goals for Center High School that can help in the future.
My first plan is that by the end of the school year, the gentlemen will walk around in ties and sport coats, and all the women, our young ladies, will walk around in skirts and button-up tops with long sleeves. Just kidding. I got to keep you guys honest. No, you know what? There are many activities going on. An overall plan for the school is we've got our WASC accreditation coming up in about 1.5 years, and we're already starting to prepare for that. It's going to be neat to be an integral part of that process. And again, just getting to know my way around and feel comfortable with what's going on.
Reporting for CTV, I'm Lisette Sanchez.
Now it's time for news you can use.
Avid Club meets Mondays from 2:45 to 3:15 in room 108. B&B SAT Prep is offering a 6-hour cram session 2 weeks before the SAT test, so sign up now. Academic Decathlon will have an informational meeting today at 2:45 in room 103. Dance Club starts on Tuesday. They will be meeting Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:45 to 4 o'clock. CSF will be meeting today at 2:45. All are welcome to attend. Pick up your pictures at the ASB office before or after school and at lunch or break. Today is the grand opening of the student store. It will now be open Thursdays and Fridays during lunch. Parking permits are due on the 31st. They cost $5. And that's all for the news you can use. Back to you, Armani.
So far, we've seen how our new vice principal is doing, but now let's take a look at how well our old assistant principal, Mr. Huey, is taking over both Antelope View and Global Youth.
Former assistant principal Doug Huey is now the current principal at Global Youth and Antelope View Charter Schools. The change from assistant principal to principal has presented him with a new set of tasks and experiences.
It's a challenge because it's quite different setup here, very different setup than a typical public school, but it's a challenge I accept.
There are huge differences between the charter schools and Center High School. Mr. Huey is faced with a new way of doing things.
At NLV, the biggest difference probably is the in and out privileges. They come to school some part day, some come full day, some come Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday. They have a lot more freedom there than your typical high school. At Global Youth, it's a small community. There's 65 kids on that campus. They're all involved in sports. They are very close to one another. When they meet, we had a breakfast in the morning last week. Most of them were there. They're on site after school a lot. They are a tight-knit group. They call themselves the global family. They are the global family, and you can do that with small schools.
In his role as principal, Mr. Huey must guide the success of each school. Problem solving is his first priority.
The biggest concern right now is enrollment. We need more students on both sides. And it's probably across the state of California. Everyone wants more students, but we definitely need more. Global needs to grow, and as well as NLV View. And that's why we're combining and hopefully going to work together in promoting growth for both sides. In fact, we're going to be moving Global over in the near future, so we'll share this campus here in the very near future.
Several other goals for the charter schools are on top of Mr. Huey's list. There are plenty of things to keep the new principal busy.
Outside of growth, obviously building staff, having more electives available for both sites, always adding curriculum, adding athletics to Global Youth. We have a decent program here, but we want to grow there as well. And NLV View is going to have more direction with IS, independent study, next couple of years down the road, which they used to have a few years back. We're going to focus on that as well as the junior high program we have here. So we have a lot of things brewing right now.
Leaving on good terms with Center, Mr. Huey has left behind many friends and acquaintances who will miss him.
I do miss the Center High School students. They were very good to me. Staff was very good to me. As much as they called me the hammer over there, they know I meant well, and they taught me a lot. I do miss them, and they're welcome to come over and visit me anytime they want, as long as it's not during school time. And again, I do miss all students at Center High School.
Reporting for CTV, I'm Elisa Johnson.
And that's it for this episode of Cougar Connection. Tune in tomorrow for Physical Friday. I'm Armani.
And I'm Daniela. Tune in next Thursday for another edition of Cougar Connection.